What's poppin', internet? It's Shwa. You're watching Pop Cultured, and today I'm going to be doing a DCEU ranking video. So this is going to be every movie from Man of Steel all the way to The Flash and Aquaman, Lost Kingdoms or Worlds or whatever it's called. But today we're just going to be doing a quick ranking. Um, I've seen 90% of these movies. I think there's two of them I haven't seen. So, but I do have a general idea of what the consensus is. So I'm just going to kind of go off of that for those rankings. But without further ado, let's get into it. But first, I just need to ask you guys to smash that like button, share the link for the live, or if this is the final edited version, share the link for the video. Please subscribe to the channel. My name is Shwa, and here on Pop Culture with Shwa, we do breakdowns of pop culture as far as politics, anime, movies, manga, books, TV shows, whatever, music, and then where fandom and faith kind of intersect. So we'll talk about Catholicism, theism, Christianity broadly, conservative values, stuff like that. So if you're into anything like that, go ahead and subscribe, support the channel. Everything helps. Without further ado, let's share the screen here, and we are going to do. All right. So we're going to go ahead and share this, and it should work now. And let's see. Okay, cool. Seems to be working. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up on my phone, the live stream. So give me 1 second because this is my second time doing a live stream today, and it has yet to actually stay. So 1 second here, and I'm just going to see. Stay. So okay, cool. I got it. All right. Without further ado, let's start with Man of Steel. So Man of Steel was directed by Zack Snyder. I think it came out in 2012 or 2013. This movie made me really, really, really like Superman as a character. I never really cared about him as a kid growing up because I kind of had this idea that he was just too overpowered, and anybody that powerful whose only weakness was rocks was just lame. So I never really read Superman comics. I had a few of the Fleischer cartoons on DVD, and I knew Superman. I seen all the OG four movies, Christopher Reeve era. But I was not like a diehard Superman fan. But this movie blew me away. I would have been about 14 or 15 when I saw this movie. I remember I saw an IMAX, and we got our tickets very, very late. So we sat in the very front row all the way to the left. And so action would be happening on the screen, and I'd have to go just to be able to see what was going on. But I walked out overwhelmed. Could not wait to buy this movie on Blu-ray. I like this film quite a bit. I think it's great. 8 out of 10 for me. I'm gonna give this A tier. Okay, next we're doing Batman versus Superman. It doesn't specify which version, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my favorite version, which is the Ultimate Edition. I love this movie. When I first saw it in theaters, I liked it, but I had some qualms, just like everybody else did. I think at the time I would have given it like a 7 or a 6.5. Like I thought it was good, but it was just kind of too confusing and not enough. The plot was explained, and the Martha thing stuff seemed to come out of nowhere. Yada yada yada. But when I heard about the Ultimate Edition having a full extra 30 minutes and it being rated R, I got really excited. So I decided to just buy that version when I got the movie. And so I've actually only seen the theatrical once. And every other time I watch this version, I think it's a masterpiece. I love this movie. It's everything I love: the themes, the acting, the score, the cinematography. Superman's death works for me. The Martha thing even works for me now. The Batman warehouse scene is the greatest Batman action scene of all time. Don't at me. I really like this movie. I'm gonna put it in S tier. Next, we have the Suicide Squad. Or sorry, Suicide Squad, not the Suicide Squad. That's a different movie. Suicide Squad 2016. Oh, I hate this movie. This is one of the worst movies I've ever seen in theaters. It's a poorly made film. And what I mean by that is, let alone the acting or what I think of the script, the actual filmmaking itself is poorly done, or at least the post production is. There's a scene at the beginning where they're talking about Belle Reve prison or whatever, and it's literally a dark purple font over a black grayish background, and you can't even read it. And it's like that's the type of stuff that's like every other movie gets that right, at least the right color and font. Like, geez, Louise. I remember seeing this movie back in the day. I was like 16, 17. No, actually, I think I was like 19. I don't know. Either way, I was young, and this movie came out, and me and a bunch of friends went to go see it, and I remember thinking it was just the biggest waste of time. We were so excited, and this movie really, really, really disappointed me. Putting this in D tier. I think this is the worst of the worst in the DCEU. Next is Wonder Woman. I really have a hard time with this movie. I've only seen it twice. I thoroughly enjoyed it the first time I watched it, but I had problems with the ending. And the second time I watched it, I realized how similar it was to Captain America and how much more I like Captain America. And that third act really, really, really doesn't work for me. So I'm gonna give this a B tier. I think it's good, but it's just not really for me. Let me take a drink real quick. NA beer, Little Ditty. It's a sour beer, non-alcoholic from a local brewery. Shout out to Two Toms Brewing. Check them out. They're not sponsors or anything. This is just good beer. All right. Next, we've got the Justice League. This movie is not very good at all. It does have its high moments. I like Superman and Flash racing. I like when that John Williams music comes in at the end when Superman comes back. It feels very triumphant. Um, the shot of him doing the shirt thing at the end, I think. There's a lot of good stuff in here, but at the same time, the acting, oh my gosh, hello, no. And just all the reshoots and the color coding and the Russian family and some of this stuff just really all the jokes, it just really detracts, especially when you see what the movie is actually supposed to be, cutting out Cyborg's story, diminishing the Flash on the end there. I think this movie really, 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 really has some low lows. So I'm gonna put it in C tier. Next is Aquaman. Ugh, I just don't see what people see in this movie. It's really colorful, cool. Other than that, I don't care about the characters. I don't care about anything that's going on. One thing that I hate about this movie is the music. Oh my lord, why do we have Pitbull covering Africa? It's disgusting. Hate this. So yeah, I don't like this movie. I'm gonna put in D tier. Next, we have Shazam. This movie is pretty fun. It's a little bit dated with some of the jokes, but overall, this was really a fun movie at the time. I remember still being pretty positive on the DC uh, universe still for a while after this came out. The only thing I don't really like is the end credit scene with Mr. Mind, and I thought that the Seven Deadly Sins looked really cartoonishly goofy, but everything with Shazam and his family and the comedy there was all working. A kid becoming a superhero, the YouTuber aspect, all of that worked for me. So I'm gonna give this a B tier. Excuse me. Next is the fantabulous emancipation of one Harleen Quinzel, Birds of Prey. Longest title ever. I love the long title. I know we just call it Birds of Prey now, but man, that was a dope title. This movie is a lot of fun to me. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's kind of underrated. What really sums up why I like this movie is the scene where she gets the breakfast sandwich, and we have this like 1 minute long straight just food porn, just gorgeous, like isekai or not isekai, sakuga levels of just beauty, and then she, like, drops the sandwich later, and she's, "No!" Like, oh, it just really works for me. She has a pet hyena or whatever, the roller skating, the fight scenes. It's just a really fun movie, and Ewan McGregor as Black Mask is great. I love how he's like, "Ugh, ugh," he's getting all over me, when the thing's dying or whatever, and or the person's dying. I just think this movie is a lot of fun. It's not amazing. It's not a perfect movie. Some of the script is a little bit weak here and there. Some of the acting is a little questionable, but I really, really like this movie, so I'm gonna put this at the very top of B tier, very top. Next is Wonder Woman 84. This is another movie that I'm gonna disagree with a lot of people on. I actually think that this is a more enjoyable watch than the first Wonder Woman. It has the same problem where the third act, it gets a little bit wonky. The cheetah stuff starts to not really work at that point, but everything with Maxwell Lord, it really does work for me. And playing Beautiful Lie, I remember really impacted me. That's a song by Hans Zimmer from Batman vs Superman. And for some reason, Patty Jenkins and whoever put together this movie decides to use that song in a climactic scene in the end, kind of implying thematic resonance. And that really let me end on a good note. And then I think the opening sequence at the mall reminds me of like Sam Raimi, wow, Spider-Man vibes. It's really fun and goofy. So I'm actually gonna put this in C tier, but I'm gonna put it in the higher C tier. It's much better than Justice League and Suicide Squad, but not as good as Shazam. So I'm gonna put it right there. Next, we have Zack Snyder's Justice League. Um, I love this movie. I think it's close to a masterpiece. The only thing that keeps it from being such is that extra 20 minutes of the nightmare future being some of the worst stuff I've ever seen in the DCU. And then the slow mo adding too much to this runtime for no reason. You could cut half of those scenes in half. I'm not even saying don't make them slow mo. I'm just saying make them half the length. And then or whatever Wonder Woman's theme was also really freaking annoying. Everything else in this movie, sheesh, it's amazing. I love it. The Flash thing where it's like the guitar and he's running and the blue streak and he rewinds time, great. Um, Cyborg's whole thing and how powerful he is and how he's a god of the new world and the technology, chef's kiss. Uh, I really, really like this movie, but there's a few things that hold it back, so I'm gonna put it in A tier, but I'm gonna put it in A tier above Man of Steel. Next, we have James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. This is different from Suicide Squad, which was David Ayer. This movie rips. This movie is James Gunn's best movie, I think. And this is being recorded post Superman, post Guardians 3. I think this is his best movie. I think this movie is amazing. I love it. I just did a rewatch this summer and it holds up very, very well. It's very, very funny. It's very, very colorful, very, very comic booky, very, very good action, very, very good music, very, very good editing, very, very good cinematography, very good direction. Everything about this movie is very, 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 very good. And for that reason, I'm going to put it in S tier, right behind BVS. Next, we got Peacemaker season one. I love this show, obviously, because of how much I just said I like the Suicide Squad. I think the show is a lot of fun. It's really funny. Even my wife wanted to watch it when we watched when it came out, so that's a plus. It's got wide appeal. I actually think this is better than season two, which is obviously not being ranked in this video, but I think this is better. The plot with the butterflies and all of that, I just think it really, really works, and it shows what DC had the potential of being, and it's probably part of what got James Gunn the job. So I'm gonna put this in S tier. Next, I've got Black Adam. I think this movie is sort of, I don't know, underrated, but it's not as bad as one would have thought. Like I thought it really was going to be quite crap. To be perfectly honest, when the trailers came out and we all heard about all the behind the scenes stuff, but it's not that bad. I really like what his name, Bronson, as Doctor Fate. I think he is phenomenal as that character. I love that character. I even think Al Hodge as Hot Guy is also really great. I thought Noah Centineo or whatever was great. Don't remember the young lady's name, but I really liked the cast of characters in the movie. The only thing I thought was stupid was just like the plot was very, very predictable. I hated the little kid storyline stuff. I didn't really like how they tried to make him such an anti-hero for Black Adam. He's so villainous in the comics. And I thought the demon thing from hell or whatever at the end was really stupid, but it's not that bad of a movie to be honest, guys. So I'm gonna put this in C tier, but I'm actually gonna put this at the top end of C tier. It's better than both of those movies. So next we have Shazam Fury of the Gods. This is one of the ones I haven't seen. From what I understand, it's not very good at all. I'm gonna put this in D tier. But just gonna put it at the high end because I have no idea how good or bad it is. Next, we have The Flash, directed by Andy Muschietti, starring Ezra Miller, Michael Keaton, and Ezra Miller, and Sasha Kaye. This movie I really like. Everybody knows the troubled road we took to get to the Flash movie. It went through like 5 directors, like 7 scripts over like 10 years. I think it was like around the time Man of Steel and BVS I think was coming out. This movie was announced and it ended up coming out for almost 10 years later. Um, but this movie has a lot of heart. It's really fun. It's a blockbuster. It's got some hurrah vibes. Seen Zod back. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Michael. No, his name's not Michael. Whatever his name is, the guy who plays uh, Zod in the first Man of Steel movies, and he Michael Shannon. Yeah, he's great. I really quite like this movie, guys. I don't have a lot of issues with it. The baby stuff at the beginning, I think is funny. I think this has one of the best Batman action scenes of all time. I think that his Batfleck suit looks horrible. I think the Flash suit looks horrible, and I think some of the CGI at the end was questionable. But overall, I think this movie is pretty freaking good, guys. I'm gonna put it in the high B, right above Birds of Prey. Next, we have Blue Beetle. I didn't like this movie, unfortunately. I really like Sholo. I thought George, oh my gosh, George Lopez was funny. I thought the grandma with the gun was stupid. I thought a lot of the family stuff sucked. A lot of the visual sucked. It didn't really work for me. I'm gonna put this in the very, very low C tier, like the very low. Next, we have Aquaman, Link Two Kingdoms. Never saw this one, but from what I heard, it's booty cheeks. So there you have it. Here's my list as we go through it real quick one more time. S tier, we have Batman vs Superman Ultimate Edition, The Suicide Squad by James Gunn, Peacemaker by James Gunn, Zack Snyder's Justice League, Zack Snyder's Man of Steel in A tier. B tier, we have Andy Muschietti's The Flash. Birds of Prey, we have, I forget the director's name, Birds of Prey. We have Patty Jenkins, Wonder Woman in B tier. We have Shazam. I forget that guy's name as well, the director. I apologize. Then we have, starting at row C, Black Adam by Dwayne The Rock Johnson, I guess. I don't know who directed it, but we have Wonder Woman 84 by Patty Jenkins in row C. We have Justice League by Joss Whedon, the Justice League, C tier, low C tier, and then Blue Beetle at the end. And then in the this movie is absolute garbage tier, row D. We've got Shazam, Fury of the Gods, never saw it. Suicide Squad, hate that movie, poorly edited. Aquaman, who cares? Only thing that's good about it is visuals. Aquaman again, never even bothered to watch it. Anyways, that is my ranking. Do you guys agree? Do you not agree? Do you think I'm out to lunch? Am I crazy? Do you not like any DC? Do you love DC? Are they all S tier? Let me know down below in the comments. And as always, peace be with you guys. I'm Shwa. This is Pop Cultured. If you like faith and fandom and want to see where they collide, please subscribe, share, like, comment, do all of that. It really helps out the channel. Peace.